This is Dee with Divine Needle on a very, very busy week in December. It is Wednesday, December 9th, 2020, Hump Day, Day 171, AoA. They didn't want me to take a card from that deck. They want me to take 2 cards from this one instead. So I'm going to do one before the reading, and one after. Me and my girlfriend saw, well, the other day on the way back from another local town here, I saw something in the sky and it was bright. It was off in the north, up pretty high, and it was really bright. Like a star. And then it vanished. It was just there for a few seconds. And it was super bright and pretty good size. And I tracked it with my eye and, thought maybe it was a plane reflecting in the sunlight, But this was way too bright and way too big for that. Not to mention, it just disappeared completely. And then last night on the way home, we saw something hovering that was twinkling, and it just disappeared. So, but it was a lot lower. It was fairly low altitude. And too big to be somebody's toy. So, anyway, all right. They're there. All right. A card for overall theme of Wednesday. Those down here on missions need to know info. The Miser. It's funny because I pulled that card out earlier this morning. It describes Taurus to a T.
By me.
He's here. All right. So, the overall energy for Wednesday, day 171. Inquiring minds. Look at this, honey. Overall energy.
Yeah.
The burdened one and the Hector. Sagittarius and Aquarius cards. Ooh. What's our highest priority? Wow. Man, these cards aren't waiting. Highest priority, the discerning one and the rogue. Oh, nice. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? That one. High Priestess. Nice. The Priestess, key 2. Underlying. Oh, Knight of Swords. The Swirling Gale. Shining Winds. All right. They want me to wait till the reading's done to pull one more out of that deck. The Miser, by the way, that's withholding energy. Okay, underlying. Oh, Apocalypse right under that. Last Judgment. The Shining Winds, the Swirling Gale. Okay. Hope you all are having a fantastic Wednesday. Hump day. You are now being given the divine instruction to alchemize the elemental nature of air to win a battle. Yes, a battle. For us, with plumbing. The battle, right? The alchemical instructions the spirit brings to you now is this: conform to a shape of reference that is around you and be a flowing form of energy. While yielding yourself to the established forms and framework around you, accelerate your activities because the conditions are ripe for your advancement and you will make great progress. Hey, that's good news, right? Yeah. This spirit is the active key of illuminated consciousness, the confirmation of a fully formed idea bound for manifestation, so long as progressive action is taken. When the Knight of Swords appears in a reading, mind and body are acting in collaboration toward achieving your goal. This is the card that prophesies imminent victory, so long as you continue your proactive progress along the path you have chosen. The Shining Winds is the card that confirms full realization and understanding of a dilemma. Okay? And figuring out how to troubleshoot or solve that dilemma. Now, what is left to do is act upon the solution. With us, it's all about plumbing. In a crawl space, no less. Yeah. This card also marks the need to change your personality. No, change your outlook so you can advance further on your path. So that mind and body can be aligned. Shift your mindset and you will accomplish more. So, try to be in the sun mindset. Your little kid out to play and it'll make this go by a lot quicker. So, yeah, making judgment calls, right? On a situation. There's a dilemma and you need to take action in what you decided to do about it. And overall energy, yes, the burdened one. Ten of Scepters. Hang in there, guys. We're just getting our last few. They're getting in their last few licks to make sure we're built of, yeah. They want us to show them what we're made of. It's like jump those hoops like little trained poodles. All right, here we go. The spirit resident in this card is the carrier of sorrows. The burdened one is oppression we bring onto ourselves when we don't temper or when we have acquiesced to others using us as their beast of burden. The series of decisions you have made along the way led to this culminating point of unduly carrying the responsibility of others. Are the hands of spirit holding the rods to help you carry the weight of your load, or are the hands of spirit presenting the burden to test your strength, resolve, and perseverance? Is this divine trial or divine assistance? The mystic rose at the center between the hands symbolizes a secret, a mystery, indicating that you don't know everything. There are greater reasons for why you are where you are. There is purpose, and you are not yet privy to what that purpose is. The Ten of Scepters is the card of laborious task. And I believe this is divine trials everybody's going through. They want to know what we're made of. Let's show them. Yeah. And I know this is a card of Sagittarius, but you look at the beast of burden happen to be Taurus the bull, right? So many of you Tauruses are going through it right now. Hang tough, dudes. You guys got what it takes. That's no doubt. And notice that this card, the Hector, has Taurus yet again on the face of the card, even though it's an Aquarius and Venus card. Interesting because Venus is Taurus's ruling planet. The other thing that's very interesting about Aquarius's ruling planet, Uranus, and Saturn, Aquarius has too. But Venus and Uranus spin in opposite direction to all the other planets. If you didn't know that, there's an aha moment for you. Anyway, there's a reason for that. It's about the machine. Anyway, so a lot of Tauruses out there, or if you have Taurus in your rising moon, etc., are feeling the burden of the divine trial right now, basically. The Hector, Five of Swords. Yep. Hector was the greatest warrior of ancient Troy, and through that namesake, the Hector is the spirit of indomitable strength. But is it indomitable strength at any cost? The Five of Swords marks the defeat of your opponents by unfair advantage. The Five of Swords denotes an imbalance of power in the situation at hand. Heed also, the Hector is the spirit of that which, upon first impression, is predicted by all to be victorious, but who will end in defeat if you do not learn the important lessons the Hector is here trying to impart to you. Indomitable strength does not come from lording your power over others, it comes from using your charisma to sway others. Well, in this case, we're going to be using our charisma to sway plumbing, at least on our end. You guys, how this plays out for you, I don't know what challenges you guys are coming across. There's a lot of towers going on for people, just saying. So, yeah. Anyway, your highest priority, the discerning one, two of scepters. Highest priority. Determine your boundaries and define the scope of your dominion. This is the moment for you to map out your ambition. Exercise discernment before you proceed any further on this path you've chosen. Look out to the horizon and discern whether this is the sea you want to embark from. Decide, do you want a kingdom or do you want an empire? And interesting, this is an Aries card. Aquarius, the Rogue, Seven of Swords. The moon in Aquarius, by the way. Yep. Seven of Swords. The Rogue is mischief personified. Here you see the story of Loki cutting off Sif's. It's really interesting because the Seven of Swords is in a bunch of readings. Anyway, here you see the story of Loki cutting off Sif's beautiful golden locks of hair while she slept. Sif is the Norse goddess of earth, of plenitude, and the grains, affinity, fertility, family, marriage, mother of might and magnificence. She was also a seer. The mind, the thought plane, and the intellect are the weakening barriers to materialize success. The Seven of Swords denotes an unstable mind and unstable efforts. The Rogue is the spirit of cunning and scheming. We see compromised integrity. Yet the Rogue is also the personification of one who is misunderstood, who is the spirit appears to you. You are the rogue in the pursuit of an undertaking that diverges from the mainstream. You may get blowback for it, and yet take heart that the toad on the lily pad is symbolic of a rainmaker, an omen of ambition that begets plenitude, while the snail calls in the grace of the eminence, the blessings of the Nine of Orbs. A little bit of roguish behavior is called for if you seek to achieve your goal. You are being challenged to confront an ethical dilemma. Will you choose to follow the rules or will you break them? It's interesting. The Tower and the Seven of Swords and the Priestess are in other readers' readings. So this energy is definitely hitting the collective as a whole, for sure. And if you're a Taurus particularly, or have Taurus heavy in your chart, you're feeling it. But, you know, the rogue can be multiple things. The discerning one. This is looking out and deciding where you're going to send your ships. And a little roguish behavior, right? This can be ghosting, spying, or just simply being clever, being the rogue, right? Being clever about the path you pick, I would say. It's this one, this path, this big decision, this judgment call you made. Anyway, you need to use your intuition in this situation. What to be mindful of, prepare for. The Priestess, Sanctuary of Isis, Key 2, Major Arcana. Oh, yes. So, here we go. This is Sophia, or wisdom personified. She guides you toward the deepening and broadening of your knowledge. Aspire for scholarship to wield the power of discernment. Okay, look up videos on plumbing. Also, use your intuition when making the judgment calls on this whole situation. For those of you, you guys know what this is. What challenges you? This big decision you've had to make about something you're having to tackle, some burden, and your intuition is going to be key. The priestess is the queen of the angels. When the priestess appears to you, she instructs on the cultivation of your wisdom and intuition. The summation of the choices you have made and the landscape of thoughts you have painted for yourself have taken you to the threshold of a particular path. And now is the time to venture deeper, farther. Here is the wellspring of magic. All right. So, using your wisdom and intuition, a little roguish behavior, cleverness, right? Your highest priority is picking this path, where to send your ships, right? Which direction to send them on this big decision and taking action on that dilemma that you're faced with. Okay. One last card. Since I wanted two from this deck today instead of one from the other deck. Okay. Letting go energy. Okay. This is advice for those of you that need it. Letting go. I know it feels really stressful right now because of the burdens and stuff, the divine trials that are going on. Testing the strength of particularly the Tauruses, testing the strength of others as well, but particularly air signs perhaps. Could be fire too. Really no water here. The water signs look good. Looks like they're not having this divine trial in particular, or perhaps they are. But this is the energy of just releasing and letting go of the stress involved with the burdens that are coming up. Just let it go. It is what it is, right? Anyway, have a fantastic home day. And remember, you are loved beyond all reason by none other than her. Take care.